All eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me.
Welcome to the Ninja A-League highlight show for the final round of the home and away season. We start at Cooper's Stadium in Adelaide, where Wellington Phoenix were looking to secure second place on the ladder and avoid an elimination final. The Reds, meanwhile, could also move into second place temporarily with a win. Knicks coach Bev Priestman made one change to the starting 11 that lost to the Wanderers in their last match, with former Adelaide forward Lucia Leon coming in for Mackenzie Anthony. Reds coach Theo Seun has welcomed the Taranto sisters Melissa and Adriana back into his starting lineup, along with defender Matilda McNamara.
It's Lara Gooch from Adelaide who wants to attack early. Gooch from the left boot to the left side of the goal. It goes wide. Well, what a way to start. P of Lock to deliver it. Goes on the ground, Brooke Nunn juggles and shoots over the crossbar. She'll surprise you like that, Brooke Nunn. Nunn delivers across to the other side and it's headed in! Wellington, they score first! And it's Vandermeer who puts it away. Walker with a booming, searching kick. Oh, on the volley! Woods with a left boot forces a critical save by Jenkins. It's a great shot and a great save. Goes short to Nunn, and Nunn this time! She gets one on the scoreboard! Brooke Nunn. Wellington up by 2. Nunn putting pressure on Adelaide's defence again. Vlock with room to move. Dangerous spot to set up Grace Charlie! From outside the box. Just sends it a little too high and it sails into the stands at Cooper Stadium. Headed first by Wellington. Booted back by Gooch.
That ball came off Jarley at first, almost an own goal. They're getting themselves ready for finals football.
That was Adelaide's first shot on goal. And here comes, in the second half, Brooke Nunn, who's already got a goal and an assist. Nunn with a left boot off the post! And parried away by Ella Tonkin. Well, from defence into attack, Brooke Nunn. Well, here's a chance for Wellington to go up by 3. And Woods leans back on it. Throws her eyes to the sky.
And Fraser links up with Michaela Woods and it's a great crossfield run again.
And that will do it here at Cooper's Stadium. Bev Priestman and her Wellington Phoenix celebrate. They've done something historic. They have made the finals for the first time ever in the club's history. And not only that, they've won a bye for the elimination final round. Then they will host a home semi-final.
You know who we're heading to?
Phoenix come to Adelaide. They take away all 3 points with what was a clinical, dominant 2-0 victory, showing authority across the 90 minutes. At full time in Adelaide, it's Adelaide United 0, Wellington Phoenix 2.
To the Sam Kerr Football Centre in Perth, where Melbourne Victory needed all 3 points to keep their finals hopes alive. Alana Janchevsky and the club's leading goalscorer this season, Kennedy White, returned to the visitors' starting side as Sophia Sakalis and Chelsea Blissett dropped back to the bench. The Glory were without inspirational captain Izzy Dalton, leaving Julia Sardo to wear the captain's armband. Meanwhile, Teresa Morrissey returned in goal, and there were starts for Clancy Westaway and Ella Abdulmasi.
Pushes it through to Westaway. Now wide to Badawir, who releases Johnston. The overlapping run, the centering pass to excellent work from Perth, and it has been steered into the back of the net. Well, it's a lovely team goal. But a disappointing moment as the offside flag will scratch that one away. Janchevsky's corner, flat and hard, driven in. Good contact by Morrissey. Falls to Polosina, the re-entry. Well, that's why she's one of the best goalkeepers in the competition, Teresa Morrissey. Comes up with a big save. Victory will get another chance. Janchevsky again, this time a little higher, a little longer, but in the back of the net. A lovely set piece from Melbourne Victory. Perth had their first ruled off. That one will not be denied. A crucial finish for Victory, who need 3 points and nothing less. Wants it back in on the left. Abdul Masi, pick it to B, pushes it past. Abdul Masi, a little deflection, almost cruel. Well, she's looked really lively, Ella Abdul Masi, in her first start of the season. Thinks about the pass, runs in the end into her own player, and across comes Holler once more. Just looking to create something out of a half moment. Here's Polosina. Morrison, so often the target. That one a little too long. Grapples for possession, does well, Lincoln. Now Westaway, first time cross into the box, up and the challenge is there. The glancing header, well, it had Newborn a little concerned. That's better from Glory. Now Tova, good positive first touch. Threads wide through True, Bronte True does get the strike away. Had Newborn concerned, doesn't hit the target. Ever slowly edging back in Victory's favour. Furphy, driving toward goal, needs a bit of support in the middle. Centering pass, well, it's on a platter for Sakalis. Big save, Morrissey. Had to pick out a pass. Had a little glance up, and she did, on a platter. In comes Sakalis, maybe put off by the presence of Misha Anderson. And it's a very good Friday for Melbourne Victory as they do all they can to keep their finals dreams alive. Into the 6 for now, with very close attention on tomorrow's game between the Central Coast Mariners and Sydney FC. The race to the finals is alive and well. Melbourne Victory, they needed the win. Nothing less than all 3 points would do. And so for Perth, words continuing to be exchanged between Stephen Peters and Jeff Hopkins. That's the end of the day, the end of the season for Perth Glory. Just wishing each other a happy Easter, I'm sure, between the two coaches this afternoon. Perth Glory can hold their heads high on a season that didn't quite have enough, but plenty to enjoy about this afternoon's fixture. Full time in this round 22 fixture, and the last of the lot. It's Perth Glory 0, Melbourne Victory 1.
At Polytech Stadium in Gosford, the Mariners' hopes of playing finals football rested on securing at least a point against battling Sydney FC. The defending champions had to do it without Isabel Gomez though, who was suspended after picking up her 8th yellow card of the season last weekend. Sydney FC's motivation was clear though, and that was avoiding the wooden spoon. A draw would be enough to relegate their crosstown rivals, the Wanderers, back to the foot of the table.
Hamilton, space in behind, it's just opened up here for Eliza Hamilton, one-on-one with the keeper, off the post. Inches away to the opener for the Mariners, and that is how quickly it can happen.
Well, massive, massive moment. And again, just a little bit of delay, I guess, in the reaction from Sydney's defence, the speed. They've been caught out on a couple of occasions.
Now centering ball to Tanner. Corbett. Claire Corbett takes on the strike. Comfortable save. Here comes Sydney. Tori Tumeth striding into space, beating a couple, still going Tumeth. And now Hawkesby on the edge of the area. Tori Tumeth looking to finish off her good work. Emily Grove saves.
Well, a dazzling run from Tori Tumeth, thought that she might just take matters into her own hands.
Goes out wide to Levin. Tamar Levin takes on the play. 11th ball in. Defended away. Bodies flying everywhere. It's Tori Tumeth, who looks like she's come off a little worse for wear, as has Eliza Hamilton. Tori Tumeth, shot from distance. Just took a little deflection on the way. Took the power off it and allowed Grove to gather. Hamilton has some space to work with. Hamilton takes on the early cross. Dos Santos making the run. Farrow's there as well. May well fall to Janae Dos Santos. Levin keeping it alive here. The turn, the deflection, and out for a corner.
Levin's having some good joy down that left-hand side. The left foot, the delivery into a dangerous area, and
Barwick Gray, Grisula, Martin. Annabelle Martin's delivery, dangerous. Hins gets a glove to it and recovers well. She was scrambling for a moment, the American. Did what she needed to do. 2-on-1 here, unless Bauman can get back. Luchtmeyer in for Tanner. Riley Tanner through on goal. Oh, wonderful work from Lorena Bauman to put in the last-ditch effort to prevent the shot being taken. Into a pack of bodies, the free header, Grove off the crossbar, and somehow it has not crossed the line. The Mariners season stays alive. The fate of the Mariners season rests in a Canberra United comeback against the Brisbane Roar. If Canberra cannot come back, the Mariners season is over. There are a group of people celebrating down in Melbourne because that result has also secured Melbourne Victory's place in the top 6. And on the pitch today, it means that Sydney FC avoid finishing bottom for the first time in their history. They finish the season in 10th. The Mariners had their chances. They pushed forward towards the end. They knew what was on the line. Couldn't quite find a way through. Full time in Gosford, it is the Central Coast Mariners 0, Sydney FC 0.
That scoreless draw on the Central Coast meant Brisbane Roar could knock the Mariners out of the top 6 with at least a point in Canberra. Mariana Seidel returned from suspension for the Roar, who were chasing finals football for the first time in 5 seasons. Canberra, meanwhile, were assured of a third-place finish regardless of the result at McKellar Park. Matilda striker Michelle Heyman was back in the starting lineup and she led their attack alongside Sophia Christofferson.
Cuthbert dispossessed. Heyman with Grove on her side for support. Takes it centrally for Hawkins, but just can't get the power behind it to trouble Chloe Lincoln. And now Stevenson looking to bring it over the top, and this is an opportunity here. Look, Amy Medwin goes back-to-back in terms of goals scored.
Well, I think the Canberra defence just switched off as that ball came back in. Momo Hayashi, Kai Stevenson, lovely little look up just to dink the ball back over the Canberra defence. Taylor Young was in all sorts.
And that's huge. A scuff shot from Lincoln, and Hawkins will it dribble in time, just out. And Angie Beard tracked it all the way to that post. It'll result in another corner for Canberra, but that could have been dire situations for the Roar. Another beautiful ball in. Woods there, looking towards goal and side netting. The transitional play from Brisbane can turn on a dime. They're able to just attack and pounce with such velocity from the opportunities going forward from Canberra. Gordon with a bit of a dig, and then great goal from the captain, Michelle Heyman! And Canberra have levelled it up here in the final game of the home and away.
Well, we see that player, Michelle Heyman. We want her in positions like that because we know that she can score those goals.
Woods again, this time similar position, and it's straight through to the back of the net.
Well,
Tish Woods, Olympico here at McCullough Park, and it's game on once more.
Woods has had a couple of good deliveries, and I like that they've mixed it up as well.
Hawkins now putting it up in the air. Back post is Grove, and a great save at close range from Chloe Lincoln. We see a penalty here. And a huge save from Chloe Lincoln. Well, that is massive from the Brisbane Roar keeper. And Brisbane Roar do the double over Canberra in the home and away to book themselves not only into finals, but a home elimination final too. Saw goals from Amy Medwin, an Olympico from Tish Woods, and of course a goal from Canberra from Michelle Heyman, but Chloe Lincoln saving a penalty in the 93rd minute. 2,312 days it has been since the Brisbane Roar last took home 3 competition points from a trip to Canberra, and they do it again.
Yeah, it was a wonderful effort from Brisbane Roar, but a huge let-off with that penalty save in the dying stages of the game. They were absorbing a lot of pressure from Canberra in the second half, just able to hang on for that 3 points. It's been a long time coming for Brisbane Roar.
Absolutely huge game here, and Chloe Lincoln, very familiar with a lot of people here at McCullough Park. And it's a famous, famous victory for Brisbane Roar. Here at full-time at McCullough Park, it is Canberra United 1, Brisbane Roar 2.
Finally, at Maitland Sports Ground, the Newcastle Jets were aiming to beat the Premiers, Melbourne City, for the second time this season. Head coach Stephen Hoyle made one change to the starting 11 that lost to Adelaide United, with Emma Bates coming in for Charlotte Lancaster. Meanwhile, Michael Machuchani made 4 changes to the side that defeated Western Sydney Wanderers last time out, including veteran goalkeeper Melissa Barbieri in the run-on side for the first league game this season.
Now picks a pass. This is really nice play from the Jets. Melina Ayres. Oh, superb save. Melissa Barbieri. It's another set piece in as many minutes for McKenna. Oh, it's off the crossbar and headed wide on the follow-up from Taylor Otto. Letitia McKenna went from her last set piece. Will she go for it this time again? It is Letitia McKenna. Oh. She did, and it was not far away at all. Ayres marauding forward and picking out Kelly Brown. Those two linking up is usually a good thing for the Jets. Melina Ayres strikes against Melbourne City again. An 8th goal against her former side, and the Jets hit the front in the final game of the season. And when it comes to taking on Melbourne City, Melina Ayres is simply just inevitable.
They won't be happy about it, and they'll want to rectify that from this point onwards.
It's a lovely loft over the top, and Sophie Hoban has picked it up as well. Hoban slides it across. Could the Jets make it 2? Kelly Brown. Second crack for Brown is blazed away. Whatever Stephen Hoyle said in the sheds at halftime, it has worked for the Jets.
Slowing down the City attack forward.
Moss back in with a low worm-burning ball. The second ball fall deflected off the crossbar. So close for City. In comes the corner, Davidson's there, it's off the woodwork again. City appeal that it was over the line, ball not cleared. Is there a ball in the back of the net somehow? The answer's no. It's City who are still chasing. We don't want to sit on a frustrating loss for a month until the first week of their finals, as that's a decent ball in for 18 Keane. And they finally have the equaliser, City. The Premiers were not to be denied. And 18 Keane is the player who breaks the seal for them. There will be added time on added time here as a result of that injury. Jugovic forced to double back. Backend's early ball, City with numbers forward. It's a chance for Turner! Well, what a time to get it done. Danielle Turner with her first Melbourne City goal, and it's a match winner in the final seconds of the regular season. What a way to end the regular campaign. This match ends as the season has, Melbourne City on top. And you just cannot keep good sides down. And these three-peat premiers, they are exactly that. They were left with work to do after a fantastic goal from Melina Ayres opened the scoring early into the second 45. And the Premiers were under pressure. They threw everything at it, even though they didn't need to. They hit the crossbar not once, not twice, but 3 times before 18 Keane brought them level. And in true Dub fashion, the regular season ends with last second drama. Danielle Turner, in the 7th minute of stoppage time, pops up to win the game for Melbourne City. A disappointing final day result for the Jets, whose season comes to an end, but plenty of promise in the last game of the year. The full-time score, Newcastle Jets 1, Melbourne City 2.
And so, Melbourne City are confirmed as premiers for the 3rd straight season in the Ninja A-League. Wellington Phoenix secured a maiden finals campaign and a 2nd place finish after their win in Adelaide. Canberra, Brisbane, Adelaide and Melbourne Victory therefore completed the all-important top 6. In the elimination finals, it's Canberra who will take on Melbourne Victory, who snuck into the finals on goal difference, and Brisbane Roar will face Adelaide United, who are seeking back-to-back appearances in the semi-finals. Join us again in 3 weeks' time for the elimination finals, where the winners will then take on either Melbourne City or Wellington Phoenix. But until then, it's goodbye for now.